Hey Virgo, the Ten of Cups just says that whatever it is you want, Virgo, you're feeling very comfortable um, in wanting that, in knowing what you want, I guess is the best way to put it. All right, so first card you have is your current position coming into the month, and you have the Queen of Cups. All right, so this is somebody who is very mysterious, very spiritual. There's a sense of otherness here. So if you're single, this is saying either somebody's caught your attention and you're thinking, there could be something here, but they're not opening up and showing you the whole picture of who they are. Now, on the other hand, this says, Virgo, if you're single, you're kind of letting the universe take the wheel. And not that you guys don't, but you're very methodical about, working and taking care of business. And we all know that. And I say that every time I read for you. But the Queen of Cups is somebody who's kind of like, maybe if I just go about my life and do my thing, and maybe if you date, go online, or you do speed dating, or whatever it is that you do, the Queen is saying, you're just kind of letting it ride. You're just kind of like, let's see what's out there. I'm just going to kind of enjoy this mystery and see what's going on and who I'll find. And there's some sort of sense of like spirituality in knowing that there's not going to be like, there's nothing wrong with just kind of letting things organically take their course and letting things just going with the punches, which Virgo can be difficult for you guys to a certain extent, because sometimes you like to have that sense of control or knowing what's coming next, and you're kind of coming into this month like, hey, let's see how things go, let's see what happens. So allowing a little bit of mystery to it. And again, it could be that you're meeting people and you're just kind of like, I'm not sure what I'm looking for necessarily, but when I find it, I'll know. If you're looking to reconcile, this says that there is some sort of, you're not clear on maybe what your ex is up to, or you're not quite sure what's going on. Maybe you thought it was going to happen one way, or maybe you thought you guys would communicate and you're not hearing from them, or maybe you too are also just kind of letting things go and letting things happen, and you're not really pushing it. You're just kind of waiting to see if you hear from them, or if there's any chance that you guys could get back together. You're not pushing the situation. You're just kind of saying, look, universe, it's up to you, or God, or whoever you believe in, or whatever you believe in. This is you saying, okay, I'm at peace. I know what I want, right? And that's for whether you're single or looking to reconcile. It's a sense of peace coming in this month, that you're okay whether you're alone or you're okay whether you're with somebody. The next card you have is how you're feeling internally coming into the month. And you have the Nine of Coins, or Nine of Pentacles. Now, the Nine of Pentacles is somebody who, and again, this is internally, so this is how you're feeling inside, which is very interesting. It's very nice because it fits with the Ten of Cups very well. Because the Nine of Coins is somebody who wants to feel satisfied. They want to achieve things. And of course, it's an Earth sign card, which you are an Earth sign. But the Nine of Coins is somebody who's saying, look, I have a lot going for me in life. Whether I find the person I want to be with right now, or whether I find them 2 years from now, I know it's coming. And maybe that's what this Queen of Cups, this mystery is about, is you going, look, I know it's coming for me. I know that I'll find what I'm looking for. If you're single, you're saying, hey, there's somebody out there for me, but I'm just going to let it come. And it may not be today, it may not be tomorrow, but I know that it will happen. But in the meantime, I'm satisfied with the things I have accomplished. I have goals that I want to accomplish. And, this is about abundance. And so some of you are just kind of counting your blessings this month, saying, you know what? My love life may not be perfect. I may not be meeting the people I want, however you're dating, whether it's online or doing some sort of service. But this is you saying, but I see the bigger picture, that I can have what I want. I will find what I want. But I've got to understand that I'm okay with me, period. There's other things that I can be satisfied with. My kids, my job, my home, those types of things, which is a really great energy to have, Virgo. And it kind of feels like this is coming because it's like springtime, or here in the US, it's spring or coming up to spring, and It's like a refreshing attitude. If you're looking to reconcile, this says, look, you had something wonderful with this person at some point or another. And if they come back into your life and it feels satisfying, then great. But if they don't come back, if they come back into your life and it doesn't feel satisfying, then you're just not willing to go for it anymore. It's really weird, Virgo. I feel like a lot of you have turned a new leaf of just saying, look, I'm not going to push it. If it comes, it comes. Again, with the organically. I think that may be the, your month's title is Organic Love, because I feel like this is you just saying, look, I want something that feels good. And if you're looking to reconcile, you may be feeling really good right now. And if that person came back, you're not really sure that you would feel that good with them. Some of you feel like you would feel better with them. But either way, this is like a feeling of peace again, that you're good where you are. And if you want them back and they come back and it feels good, great. And if it doesn't, no harm, no foul, right? The next card you have is your distant past. Over the past 5-10 years, could be childhood, and you have the moon, which is also the card of Pisces. So you may be dealing with a Pisces or a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. But the moon it's very interesting. You have two mysterious cards to a certain extent, because the moon is about illusions. It's about things that aren't there. It's about, so there's a few situations here. And I always read this card together, whether you're looking to reconcile or whether you're single, because this is some sort of fear, but also dreaming. So at one point in time, you're in a relationship where you thought it was one thing and it really wasn't what you thought it was. There was some sort of, like the wool was pulled over your eyes, and then all of a sudden you saw it for what it was, and then you started discovering more secrets or more turmoil. But the moon is also illusion as well, to where you guys may have been playing like happy wife, happy life, or happy homemaking, and you were both miserable. There's definitely something here in the past that you need to remember this month, that you don't allow to crush this kind of happy-go-lucky feeling that you're having, or that you will have, because you don't get that a lot. Not that you don't get it a lot, but not like this. This is a different type of peace coming over. And the moon is saying at some point you were confused about a situation. You really thought like, hey, we're getting married or we're going to have kids or whatever. And then the tables turned and it was just crazy. There may have been some serious trust issues too. Like either they cheated on you or you cheated on them. But this feels more like there were some genuine fears here. Now, this could stem all the way back to childhood, where you had legitimate fears for a parent who's being abused, or, maybe you found out that one of your parents had been having an affair for a long time. There's definitely some sort of illusion that happened in the past that just hit you like wham, and all of a sudden it was like, didn't see that coming, and and you don't want to let it make you paranoid about the people you're meeting now. You don't want it to encroach in how you're going to approach relationships, which is really good, because this is how you're going to be feeling, and I just don't think you're going to let that get in the way. But you are remembering it, and probably remembering it so that you don't repeat those patterns or allow it to dissolve any potential partners or satisfaction you have coming up, or if you're looking to reconcile. The next card you have is your recent past, over the past couple of weeks, past month or two, and you have the Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords is almost like standing in your own way. And we talk about this a lot, Virgo, because you guys can sometimes tend to stand your own way, overthink, overanalyze. But the Seven of Swords is about being alone. It's about solitude and trying to figure out what you want to do. So it's interesting to get this card, especially with these like kind of peaceful cards coming in, because the Seven of Swords, if you're single, is some sort of like manipulation or strategy. So either you've been meeting people who've been, and maybe you've been trying to manipulate the situation, not in a bad way, but it's almost like everybody you've been meeting, you felt like could be somebody that you could spend time with, and you're almost manipulating it into that situation of, oh, we could be great together, even though your gut has told you, like, this isn't a person for me, this isn't a person for me. Now, on the flip side, This tells me that the past couple of months, maybe you've had a lot of people who have been downright dirty, manipulative. They're not who they say they're going to be. And so even though you're remembering the past and you've been through similar situations, you're just not letting that ruin your mood. You're starting to realize that you can weed through the bullshit and the deception. And now that you've figured that out, maybe you were dating a couple people, you met a couple people, or you're talking to people, and they just weren't who they seemed to be. It's like a light bulb moment went off, and you were like, okay, well, I'm not going to push it. If it's meant to be, it'll be, and I'm not going to, I'm just going to do my thing, and great. If it comes along, it comes along. Now, I don't see you sitting there hoping that it falls into your lap, but I do see it where you're just kind of like, well, maybe I'll check the online site once or twice a week. I'm not going to push it. You know, it's like you're harnessing this energy of something's coming. It will come. It will be great. And I'm not going to be with somebody just to say I have something. And I say that all the time, but very positive for you this month, and the fact that you're realizing it's really important not to do that. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, this now makes me feel like you're feeling like this, the mystery, the otherness, because maybe you're perplexed at what's going on. Because the 7, if you're looking to reconcile, is saying there was some sort of deception here. They were manipulating you. There was some sort of strategy. They either were playing you the whole time, but you felt like being alone. And maybe you're feeling this way because you've been alone. Because you're feeling like you don't have those, lumps in your stomach. I always say you've got to determine whether it's a lump in your stomach or a butterfly in your stomach. And the 7 of Swords is saying, look, how many times are you going to do this to yourself? Because A, I think a lot of you knew they were a bad person. B, if they're trying to communicate with you, I think you're kind of like, no, this is what I'm looking for. And when I'm not with you, I'm feeling like this. And I'm finding out more and more every day what kind of BS you were up to and what kind of crap you're trying to pull with me. The next card you have is your distant future. So over the next few weeks, next month or two, generally over the next 2 to 3 months. And you have the 8 of Wands, which is very interesting. I think Capricorn, who's also an earth sign, got the 8 of Wands. It's either Capricorn or Taurus, which they're both earth signs. So one of them got this as well. Now this is moving fast. This is quick action. This is quick movement. So if you're single, somebody's coming back from afar. Again, it was Capricorn or Taurus that got the same thing. Somebody's bringing news from afar, or you're going to meet up with an old friend, an old acquaintance, an old high school buddy. Somebody's going to contact you, or you're going to contact them, and something's going to move forward really quick. Now, this could just be, if you're single, somebody's contacting you, and maybe you're going to hang out, and all of a sudden it's like, hey, back in the day, I really liked you. I really thought you were cool. But for the most part, this makes me feel like you're going to move into something pretty quick, some sort of relationship, like maybe boom, you're going to meet somebody. We'll see what the rest of the cards say, but this right here is saying because you've changed some sort of demeanor or attitude about dating. Not everybody, I'm sure somebody's going to email me and say dating sucks, and that's okay. Again, it's general, but because there's some sort of uplift or more of a peace. I keep saying peace. So again, it's going to be, the theme of your read is going to be like peaceful energy or organic energy or organic love, because this 8 is somebody coming in and saying, hey, I really like you. Like, let's do this. But again, this is over the next 2-3 months. So let's see what the rest of the read. But if you're single, this says, hey, something's coming in. Movement is happening, and it's quick. And it's forced, but not forced like somebody's making it happen. It's almost like because you're feeling like letting the universe or whoever take the wheel, that this happens because you're just letting things be. You're not trying to make things happen. You're not trying to fix things. You're not trying to fit people in your life that don't fit. So if you're single, something's coming, and it could be somebody, it could be a reconciliation. And if you're looking to reconcile, this is quick movement that either you're going to cut ties with this person or you guys will get back together quick. We'll see again what the rest of the read says, but you may also be getting news. You may also be getting news that this deception and whatever they were doing before is still continuing. So you may decide you're going to cut them out of your life quick because all of a sudden you've discovered that you can do just fine on your own. The next card you have is your immediate future, so over the next few weeks throughout the month. And you have the Nine of Cups. Okay, so this is one of my favorite cards. This is about joy. This is about bliss. This is about fulfillment. So you have a lot of fulfillment and accomplishment cards here. But the Nine of Cups is a beautiful card because this is about dreams and making dreams come true and wishful thinking, but being able to manifest the wishful thinking. So over the next few weeks, if you're single, this definitely says there's somebody coming around. Now, whether it's somebody you've already met before or whether it's somebody new, I'm not sure yet, but the Nine of Cups is about pleasure and fulfillment. So it may be an instant attraction. You may be dating people. Maybe you've met this person or a few people, and that's why you're feeling like this, because you've already met them. And for some of you, you haven't met them, but you will, and it is some sort of attraction, but it's on all different levels. It's not just lust. They're smart, and you guys match really well. And that may be where this quick movement is. All of a sudden, you're like, hey, we fit pretty good, let's be exclusive, or whatever it is you're looking for. You're definitely going to be moving in that direction because something's coming here. And again, it's you know, a blissful feeling. So it may just be, you know, kind of a honeymoon phase, dating somebody new, meeting somebody new. But I think a lot of it has to do with some of you are going to have a major attitude change in how you feel about dating and love in general. If you're looking to reconcile, this tells me that you guys are feeling fulfilled. Okay, so I'm just going to be outright honest. I feel like a lot of you are feeling fulfilled without this person. Now, you may find out that this person comes back and you guys talk and everything's great, and that may be why you're in this mood, and you're going to get what you want, and you're going to be feeling like on top of cloud nine because they contacted you or you contacted them. But if I'm being completely honest in how this feels, I feel like you're ready to move on to find what it is you want, because this person was really nasty. The next card you have is anything tangible. So anything coming up throughout the month, that could be in the beginning, middle, end. It could be for an hour or 2 hours. So here's something very interesting I want to point out with this card. This is also news from afar, okay? And this is the Four of Cups. Now, the Four of Cups, if you're single, there's definitely somebody who may be coming back in. Just be careful and make sure that you're paying attention and you're not taking anything for granted. Because you may be feeling happy-go-lucky, like, hey, this person's coming back in and they really like me or whatever. But just be careful, because make sure it's what you want, and make sure that you're paying attention to any signals. Now, I don't think it's a bad thing at all, but this card can be about apathy. It can be about maybe wasting your time. So if you're single, if somebody does come into your life from the past, they may also leave just as fast as they came. Doesn't mean that you're not going to move on with somebody who's amazing. Now, in the opposite, it could be somebody comes in that you've known for a long time, and you feel like that you've been wasting your time on anybody else because you really wanted this person to come back in. Or maybe you guys, again, met for the first time in years and years and years, or you Facebooked each other, or whatever it is, and it could be really good. Just make sure that you're not dismissing something. There's something coming in here that's saying, look, pay attention. So it may not even just be somebody coming in. It may be that you're dating people and you're just kind of going next, or you're letting things happen. But there may be somebody that you're just not paying attention to, that you need to pay attention to. There may be somebody that you went on a date with and you thought, maybe just friend, whatever. And you really need to pay attention to them, because I think you may have read it wrong, and there may be a possibility of a really strong bond. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, this tells me that if you go back, you're probably wasting your time. And I know that's terrible, and I know you don't want to hear that. And usually I'm really positive about this, but this card right here, it tells me that you may meet up with them and you're like, bye, Felicia, and you're gone, because it's not going to be what you want. You're going to find out that there's more deception here, but you're okay with that, again, because you're starting to feel just genuinely okay with being on your own, because you want this, and you know with this person you pretty much can't get that. So this is saying, look, don't let them take you for granted. Don't get caught up in that with them again, because it may not be a really good, a healthy situation for you. And some of you know that already. The next card you have is anything, the next card you have is anything internal. This is internal, thank goodness, because the Ten of Swords is a hard pill to swallow. And this is anything you're going to feel throughout the month. It could be, again, one day. It could be the whole month. It could be for 3 hours. The Ten of Swords is ugly. This is, depression. This is anxiety. This is, death. And not necessarily physical death by any means, but it's very much saying, look, there need to be some big changes here. And if you're single, this is saying, look, this is you worrying about endings. This is you worrying about things being tragic. So don't do that. Because see, these two people, they've got their back turned to this. So don't think like that. If, let's say you meet somebody that you guys have been friends and you're thinking, oh, this is great. And you've got these like dreams of like, hey, we can make it work this time. If it doesn't work out, don't get this feeling because you've already got people interested in dating you. That's not an issue. So something tells me there may be at some point, or it may just be that you're meeting a couple people, and you find out that like maybe none of them right this second are what you're looking for. And you may feel this at one point, like, oh, that sucks, and but just don't read into it, because this organic feeling and this trust in whatever's meant to be, divine timing, destiny, whatever you believe in, they've got their back turned to this. So again, I think this would be very short-lived, like a day or two of some sort of disappointment. Maybe somebody who is making you feel this way, it doesn't work out, but don't let this spin into like some tragic downfall to where you lose this positive momentum. If you're looking to reconcile, you're going to feel some sort of loss and you're going to get over it. This definitely says that there's some sort of loss here. I don't see a possibility for reconciliation. I really don't, Virgo, especially with this, because this is you being torn up about it. But again, you're going to come out okay. This really is something that you're fearing. But what's interesting is it's almost like you were fearing being with them as much as you're fearing being without them. And you're going to realize with this, like, oh, why have I wasted all this time worrying about what the frick they're up to? It's pointless. Worry about yourself and continue this positive energy. The next card you have is your hopes and fears for the outcome of the month. Okay, so you have the Lovers card. See? So this negative, and again, this is internal. So this is you doing it to yourself. This negative energy can disappear because you're still at the end of the month going to have the sense of the Lovers. Now, Lovers card represents Gemini. So you could be working with a Gemini or an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But the Lovers card is a beautiful card. So you're still this month having faith in some sort of love. And again, you're leaving it up to a higher power. If you're single, you're gold. Like you've got your shit together, right? Because Virgo generally does have their life together. Finances, home life, kids, etc. You're very good at balancing that. The love aspect is where it gets a little rocky. And this month you're saying, okay, I'm not going to force anything. I'm just going to go with the flow, but I still believe that there's somebody out there that I could love, they could love me, or we could develop something, even just a committed dating relationship. So I'm glad to see that your hopes for the outcome are, intact in finding somebody amazing to be with. If you're looking to reconcile, I feel like you're going to have this moment and then you're going to move on and say, nope, I deserve something amazing. It's not going to work with this person. I'm not going to find the love that I want with this person, but I will find it, and I still have faith in finding love. The last card is your outcome for the month. And you have you have the Ace of Cups. All right, so that's beautiful. So the Ace of Cups is your actual outcome. This is about new love coming in, new beginnings. This is about a connection on a deeper level, but it's also about excitement and friendship too. So this could be somebody that you've met. If you're single, this could be somebody that you met. Again, somebody here that maybe you're not paying attention to. Now, it could be this person who's coming back in. Maybe there is a chance of rekindling something from a long time ago. Or somebody you thought that was a friend is now, you're seeing them in a different light. You're starting to realize that they have more potential to be something bigger, better. Maybe somebody you've been spending a lot of time with that's making you feel this peace and organic, but you never thought it could work for whatever reason. Maybe there's an age difference, maybe there's a lifestyle difference, etc. But you're seeing some sort of possibility with somebody. Now, it could be somebody brand new that came in, somebody you've already met, or somebody you're going to meet. But the Ace of Cups is about new beginnings. But it's taking it slow too. It's developing a friendship, being excited, having that honeymoon phase, having that giddiness, having those butterflies. So the Ace of Cups for, singles is amazing because it's almost like, because you're ready to accept love and you're ready to accept the fact that you're not hiding what you want anymore. You're not sugarcoating it. Like, you know what you want. You're not wasting your time. You're ready to find it. The Ace of Cups says, look, we're good. You're going to find somebody, and then it's going to be quick. Something's going to happen quick. Something's coming in very quick. If you're looking to reconcile, this is definitely new beginnings, and I think that you need to leave this person behind. And I'm being completely honest, and that just pulled, and that's amazing. So I'm pulling your clarifying cards, and the other one just flew out. And your, that's interesting here too. And your strategy, or your clarifying card, is the Two of Cups. We'll get to that in a second. But if you're looking to reconcile, excuse me, this is definitely new love coming in. I don't think you're going to be reconciling. I think there was too much going on with that person, too many lies, too much manipulation, and it's just not going to happen. The Two of Cups in between the Ace of Cups and the Lovers is beautiful. The Two of Cups is a connection on a much deeper level. So I'm going to start with reconciliation. If you are looking for new love coming in, or if you are going to cut off ties, I think you're going to have to cut off ties to get the type of love you want, to get what you really want here. Because having the Two of Cups come here is a connection on a much deeper level. Most people say that the Two of Cups is a twin flame card, if that's something you believe. So you literally have three of the best cards, well, four, because you have the Nine of Cups here, three of the best cards, all in your outcome for the month. Now, I think it's going to happen in a little bit. I think it's going to take 7 weeks. You have 3 sevens here. So somehow the 7th of the month, 7 weeks, 7 days, something is significant with the 7 there. But again, the Two of Cups, if you're looking to reconcile, I think that you may have to drop some dead weight. I'm not saying that there isn't a possibility of reconciliation here, but there's something that this person put you through, and for whatever reason, you're awakening, you're reblooming, you're like growing into a whole new person who understands what they want, and you're just not willing to waste any more time. You're just not. And this is you saying, bye, I'm not wasting any more time on you. And you have the Two of Cups. If you're single, this is somebody coming in who is very strong, very connected with you, and you're going to move pretty quick. So whether it's somebody you used to know, whether it's somebody that you're meeting now that's new, or somebody you've met in the past few weeks, past month or so, there is a much deeper connection going on here, a very deep connection with this Two of Cups. Now, you have the Seven of Wands clarifying the Eight of Wands. And the Seven of Wands is about like priorities, it's about strategy. It's very similar to the Eight of Wands, but the Seven is saying, look, you're, which is interesting that you have both of those cards there. So you may be meeting a fire sign, Leo, Sag, or Aries. But this is about strategy and prioritizing. So because you are an earth sign, you like to keep your priorities straight. I think that you're going to move, if you're single, I think you're going to move into something quick with this person who's coming in, or this person you used to know. So again, it could be somebody from the past coming back. But you're going to move quick into whatever the situation is. But you're almost going to feel like you have to defend that decision. Like if you guys decide you're going to move in together or do something in the next couple of months, or you become exclusive immediately, it's almost like you're going to feel like you have to defend that, and you really don't. And you're going to realize that you don't owe anybody an answer, and you don't have to defend it. If you're looking to reconcile, this is you defending your choice to break loose from that person. So it's going to be a good decision, I think, to let go of any baggage, to let go of any heartbreak, and move on and clear your head and do what you want and find this love. Because this is you saying, no, you may have been able to burn out, you may have been able to burn me out, you may have been able to take me down low, you've been able to help me feel like this. I mean, again, it takes two to tango, but you're just going, no, what little fire I have left inside of me, I'm not giving it to you. I'm not wasting it on you, because I deserve this, and I have a big picture in my head of what I want coming in the near future. All right, Virgo.